Well, big up, and welcome to Liberal 12th Man Show. I am Liberal 12th Man, and so are you because you are definitely helping this team get over the threshold of countdown to the title, basically. We still have some work to do. We still have work to do in the Champions League, obviously, and we have a final ahead of us, but all the same, it's just another day in the life of a Red here where we just keep on marching on, keep on walking on. And it's important that you are with us on that walk because guess what? Top of the league to everyone that is joining us today. Top of the league.
It's just another day in paradise for us Reds, eh?
Exactly.
It's so hard being a Red sometimes, isn't it? I know. I mean, I've been through some desperately poor times supporting Liverpool, so the good times are even sweeter. Like,
Yeah, agreed. Few games to mention today. Obviously, the game that we just watched ended up going from 2-0 to bring us a victory, but also some other games that were on the docket today. Excuse me. Brentford and Everton were a 1-1 draw. Manchester United, behind a Harry Maguire winner, pulled out a 3-2, 10 men down, 3-2 win. Forest 0-0 over with Arsenal. And Manchester City ends up squeaking out a 1-0 victory over Spurs. But it is the talk that we want to get into, and that is over the sheer fact that this league is becoming somewhat predictable for the result at the top of the league. There's certainly going to be a rush and a push for that top four, if not most likely top five. I did research and get some confirmation that it is all of a matter of 7 teams that will make it into Europe this year. Obviously, 5 going to possibly going 5 going to Champions League, 1 going to the Conference League and Europe, and the other one going to Europa. So we have 5 teams all vying for Europe in Champions League, and those 5 teams are teams that are definitely putting in an interesting pursuit on how to get there. But all that matters is that's our targets being set on that title to put some red ribbons on that trophy, and we're that much closer. They announced it today. 7 out of 10 is what we need. So we need 7 wins out of 10 to secure this victory. But I honestly think that we could secure it before those 10 games, actually. We have 28 games played. Obviously, there's 38 games involved in the season. But I don't think we're going to need all 7, if not all 10 of those games to get a result. It looks like we might be that much closer to getting a result even sooner. So it'd be nice to see some of these teams give us a guard of honor. But we have with us Brian, we have Lee, and we have Nolante to chime in on the celebration. And we also have you in the chat. Big up MK Toe, big up Pops, big up Red Armchair Supporter and Jimmy. Realism Jarrett, big up. How you guys feeling today? How are you guys feeling? Alante, how are you feeling today after that victory? How are you feeling?
Yeah, big up everyone. Shout yourself tough as always, putting on the grind with the mastermind, the man with the master plan. Catch him if you can. Yeah, man, it's good, man. It's good. Very, very professional, very solid, and big up the clean sheet specialists. Going back to defending, and Newcastle didn't have a shot on target. 0. Silch. Not a sniff. I mean, I think having Isaac, it hurt them really bad. It really did hurt them. But listen, you can't blame. There's always excuses. Last time I heard, because City didn't have Haaland, it's easy for us. No game is easy. Now the Isaac bit, but Just we'll always do something wrong, aren't we? If it's not Isaac, if it's not Haaland, if it's not Salah, if it's not injuries, it's something, isn't it, with this club? We haven't played an easy game. How many games has it been? 12, 28 games, no easy games.
Yeah.
I guess this is the easiest league in the world, right? But
Yeah.
one thing I would say is before the guys comment, shout out to Trent. I've been, Trent is up and down, but his defending was much better today. And Anthony Gordon, who is a threat, didn't get a sniff. So shout out to Trent.
Yeah, rightfully so. Rightfully so. How about for you, Lee? Well, how you feeling? What you thinking? What's your viral action?
I was really pleased with the performance. Pretty much as pleased as I was against City. A different game, different opponents. We're at home, but I was as pleased with the performance as I was with the City game. We didn't let them anywhere near us, really, did we? There was nothing for Alisson to do, as there wasn't at the Etihad. It's the same type of vibe, wasn't it? Like they were never going to score, really, mate. And I was hoping we'd get a third. We come close to it a few times. Could well have done it, but 2 will do, mate. I predicted a 2-0, so I got it bob on.
Yeah.
Instead of 2-0, 1 goal in each half.
Yeah. You got it spot on. Spot on the money. How about for you, Brian? How you feeling? What you thinking?
Yeah, like what Ante's saying, just professional shit, just the kind of stuff that you don't want to see, or you want to see. I mean, just like the boys, they didn't do anything really. I mean, they had the ball, but just probably on top of the last one, that's 2 of the most professional, controlled performances you're ever going to see. The last 2, yeah, people say no Haaland that one, no Isak in this one. But I mean, that's how you do it, That's the guy just has the ability to control games right now, at least. I just think, yeah, everything we're doing right now is just no dramas, very little drama, no need for any, huge performances. Just like, and we look brilliant as well at the same time. Just, yeah, I mean, if people are talking about, 7 from 11 wins, I don't. I reckon the way Arsenal are playing, the most we'll need is 5. That's like we need 7 wins. If Arsenal win every single game, they can get 87 points. If they win every game, so we would need 88. That needs 7 wins. Arsenal aren't getting 87. I reckon 5 more wins out of the next 11 games. That will like it's done now. It's done. We're 13 points ahead, and our best challenger is the side that just got beaten by West Ham at home and went to Nottingham Forest and couldn't score. Haven't scored in 2 games, a draw and a loss. That's our nearest challenger. This is done. This is over.
Yeah. Pretty wild that they're falling apart. That is Arsenal, with their consistency and their ability to really, really score. If anything, I mean, they're having a real inconsistency in scoring, and it is certainly wild to see a lot of what's going on with them. But then again, who cares? Somewhat, with some of their fan base, it is rightfully deserved, the outcomes that they're getting as of late. With others, because not every one of the Arsenal fans is bad. For some of them, hey, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's a hard knocks life, but you got to buck up and go in for the ride. Guess it's but
the way we performed in the last 2 games bodes really well for the Champions League game and the rest of the Champions League. If we can have really controlled, efficient performances away from home in the Champions League, and we've got a great chance. the thing is, like, we might upset our rhythm a bit with the international break, but I'm sure he'll be able to get us back into it slot. But yeah, if we can get past Paris, things look good. It's just a thing of meeting one of the Madrid teams in the semi, isn't it? Like, but I'm thinking that far ahead. I'm not taking anything for granted or trying to give the impression that I take the Paris game for granted. I'm just saying the way we're playing, it really sets the Paris game up nicely now, doesn't it?
Makes sense. Makes sense. I know that that's Nalante's frame of thinking as well. I know that. But for some, it is all but over. For others, it is still work to be done. But for all of us, it is top of the league for the moment right now, with 13 points in between us and the second place competitor right now, who, again, ended up getting a draw today against the third place competitor in this race. And it is now a situation where just win, baby, just win. Just keep on winning. And it'll be a countdown to us lifting that title. There needs to be
No, it's when, not if. That's what I'm saying here. Yeah, mathematically, it's when, not if. Basically, at this stage, it's when do we win it? Which game will it be when we win it? Because it would just take a mass outbreak of something nasty, and we haven't played with the kids for the rest of the season, and Arsenal turning into Brazil 1970 overnight. It happened. So it is just when, not if. So you can start planning. Obviously, if you're the engraver, you're not putting our name on the trophy yet. But you're getting out the stencil. You're putting away the Arsenal stencil. You're putting away you just got the Liverpool stencil ready to go. It's only a matter of time before you're going to be writing Liverpool on it. You can put the other ones back in the drawer. You're not going to need them this year. It's just a matter of when. So now we can start playing that game of, which game will we win it at? Will it be here? Will it be there? You can start playing that game now because it's inevitable now at this stage, especially with a manager like that and a team like that. This isn't Brendan Rodgers, Suarez, one-man team built on absolute sand and vibes bullshit. This is just one of the most controlled professional outfits we've seen in a long time. I don't know what Fiji had, but Lee Dixon for 90 minutes just couldn't stop. Lee Dixon, Arsenal legend, Manchester City supporter, could not stop gushing about how brilliant this team is. At one point, he just said, they're just a proper, brilliant football team.
It was nice of him, wasn't it?
He just couldn't get over how good he was. Just like, not get over. He just wouldn't stop talking about it. Like Arsenal fans must be going, "You shut the fuck up, Dicko. You're supposed to be like you play for us, man." He's like, "Oh, this team is brilliant. Oh, they got this, they got that. They can do this, they can do that." It's just so controlled. There's no drama. It's just so, yeah. Oh man, I haven't seen anything like this in a long time since Rafa. Maybe that kind of controlled. Just no drama. We can beat anybody. Kind of thing. Klopp was more, let's go out there and destroy people, which is just good. But yeah, it's very impressive. It's incredibly impressive to watch.
I tell you what song I enjoyed hearing tonight from the fans. Hand it over, hand it over, hand it over, Manchester.
Fans were in good voice. In good voice tonight, man. First 15, 20, even just on the phone, when I had on the phone, you could hear the noise. Like, so imagine what it's like in the stands.
Yeah, they should be singing that at every match now until we pick the title. Hand it over, Manchester.
Hi, Max. How you doing, mate?
Big up, Max. Big up. Big up, big up.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like Barney was saying, this is so because you were mentioning earlier on how many games we played in February with cup stuff and with us not playing in the cup or not playing the cup the international break, and then the thing it's like we've only got one league game basically in the whole month of March.
Yep.
So it goes from random or rapid bang 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 game every couple of days to big long stretch now.
But we do have some important some important games for us coming via the Champions League. Um, we tried to draw up. You know what was crazy about? We tried to draw up that same. We tried to draw up the same corner kick thing. It's kind of cheeky to try to that. It didn't work out this time. I don't know if you guys watched or saw that or noticed that or not, but it didn't go well, nearly as well. So it just shows you how difficult it was to get it done the first time, actually, considering. And also, I mean, they might have been slightly prepared for it this time, but having seen it, but still, um, was interesting that it did not go off as flyingly as it seemed. I will admit this: there has been a shortage of gooners on the internet lately. Um, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but um, there has been a little bit more of Liverpool followers out there that are starting to, come out with a little more chest with their not only happiness but certainly their assuredness that this is going to get over the line. And today we saw goals from two midfielders in this game. Two midfielders in this game. So um, it was a case where in this game we saw some dominance towards in that first half. I definitely think we were dominant in that first half for quite a bit of time. We had a little bit of a lull where we gave back a little bit of possession and had to try to get ourselves resituated, but ended up being us really getting it over the line in that second half.
Shut up.
In that second half, and we ended up making something of a difference in that second half as well with some of our performances, because it didn't seem, I don't think there was really much of a moment in this game that where it seemed like it didn't really seem like there was that much of a moment where you're like, oh, this is going to be difficult sledding.
Yeah, even when we went into lulls in the match, we were like very controlled. They were still level up likely to score. It was just like
Mhm.
we didn't either at points in the match, but that was okay because we were winning anyway. You know
Right.
what I mean? It was just it was. I just really enjoyed it tonight. Yeah, as I enjoyed the City match, and as I said, it all goes well for the game in Paris.
Yeah. There was didn't really see much for the most part. I mean, there's little bits and spots, but it's interesting. I mean, like I saw the halftime, for instance, the halftime commentary. The guy, I think it was Robbie Musto, excuse me.
Oh yeah, Musto and Robbie Earl, wasn't it? Robbie
Yeah,
Musto.
they were
Robbie Earl.
like, he was like, oh,
It's the two Robbies. It's the two Robbies.
the two Robbies. Yep, they were. Robbie was like, he's trying to get commentary. He's trying to give commentary. And he's like, oh, here's an opportunity that Callum should have scored on. Blah blah blah. And I'm just like, that opportunity from Wilson was offsides, but doesn't matter if he
The
scores
other
on it or
one,
not. Yeah.
no, yeah, but the other one he should have buried that. The first one. The
It
second
was
one was
still,
a worse miss, but he was offside. But he
yeah.
didn't know that. And when he wide, they cut in, and there's it's really slack because it cuts to the face of this guy in the cop. He's like a
Mhm,
Liverpool fan, and
mhm,
even he has this face on him, just going, "What the hell was that, mate?"
mhm,
Like he
mhm,
even celebrate like it's our first instinctive football fan reaction. Like, what the hell? That was just shocking, mate. Not even cheering because he missed. It's just like even the Liverpool fans are going, "Wait, you should have buried that." Um,
mhm.
that's why he had. That's why I said that's what it looks like, man. When a guy hasn't played basically all season comes into a game like that. A couple of years ago, he might get one of them on target, but just not the player he was. But I'm not putting it down to no Isaac. I'm not saying that like that. at all. But
No, they pretty much had a full team.
no.
Other than that, didn't they?
Yeah, they had their
You know,
phones. Like, I mean,
Botman,
if they play like they
Oh,
won't,
they're missing a
they
few.
won't. But
missing
if they play
Botman,
anything
missing
like that,
he's
it'll be fine.
Is
Nah,
Almiron still there? Where's Almiron gone? Is he left?
He's in
Has he?
America.
He's
He's
gone.
gone back to America. Gone back to the MSL, I think. But I'm not saying they will.
nah.
But like, if we can do a job even close to that on them in the cup final, I mean, I'll be expecting a kind of a. But like, they did not impress me at all tonight. Anyway, that's just one player. Like, none of them looked.
No, yeah,
Really,
they were average, but they'll
yeah,
be better
average.
for the cup final.
Yeah, of
I think
course.
their minds in the cup final, yeah. But they got Botman to come back. They got Joe Linton, and as much as he's a key to them and Isak to come back. So it'll be a different game. It'll be a bit harder, but again, if we play like this, then we'll be saying the same thing. It'll just be a bit closer. That's all.
Yeah, and it usually goes different, but
I
other than
mean,
none of their other
it-
guys
that was,
really.
yeah, that was that was not a good shot by Simicast. That was like,
Yeah,
hey, I didn't know if anyone could shoot worse than Robbo, but yep, we have a winner.
Well, on his right foot,
yeah,
on his
yeah. It's
back.
just weak foot. Yeah, some people
Right
are
foot.
that bad. Oh my gosh, Lord of mercy. JK in the building, Lord of mercy. JK,
It's
Lord of
like
mercy.
Mo. It's like Mo has just discovered this year. Someone told him, "It's like, you know that left foot that you only use. You know, there's like an outside part of it, and now
Yeah,
everything he hits, it's just outside of the boot, outside of the boot, outside of the boot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Mo is like that. Yeah, Mo won't use his right foot at all. But Semi, I don't blame him for. Well, I do kind of think he should have maybe tried to put it back on his right foot. Woof. Yeah, pretty poor, pretty poor. But I don't. I feel bad for that. I mean, he just thought, "Fuck it, I'll hit it with my right."
yeah. Don't blame him. I would have shot it there. Don't
Well,
blame
I couldn't
Simmons.
hit a I couldn't hit a
Oh,
barn door with that foot, man, from 2 feet away from it. I couldn't. You know, I just
yeah.
What did you make of that early incident when Salah was adjudged to have fouled Miley, whatever
don't
bloody
care.
hell his name is? I mean, it looked to
Well,
me like he just felt Mo coming and knew he was there, like he was going to get behind him and just flung himself to
Don't
the
care.
floor. I wasn't having that one. But the ref gave it,
Yeah,
predictably.
Gabe played to listen. He was on.
woo. Oh, if Cody would have scored that, oh my god, that would have been goal this season. That would have been goal this season.
Oh, the Diaz one.
No, Diaz one, you
When
mean?
Trent to Salah to Diaz at the back post. That one.
Yeah.
No,
He said
there's
Cody.
another Cody. Yeah, there's another one.
Oh, the
Salah got
overhead
into
kick.
bit. Yeah, and then Cody flipped the ball over the top and he done the overhead kick. If that would have gone in, that would have been goal this season.
I thought that Diaz one. I thought that was. Oh, this is just in. As soon as he hit, I just thought this is
That was
so
a tough
perfect.
get,
It's
though.
going to
That
be
was a
buried.
really tough reach. I'm sorry.
Oh no, but I
Yeah, it
mean, but as
was.
soon as he got
Yeah,
to it, I just thought this is in because it was so
yeah,
everything about it was perfect. I said this is going in the back of net, and that would
yeah,
definitely have been up there. That was an outside of the foot from Trent, outside of the boot from Mo. All it takes is slightly different contact. Yeah, you got that's
yeah.
up as well for goal of the season. What a move! What a move! You're not.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
fucking. Don't. I'm not shading anybody. I'm just saying if it had gone in. I'm not saying he should have scored it. I'm just saying it didn't go in. It's just if it had have, that's a move and a half.
Mm.
You know, there's some good
Yeah.
stuff being played, man. There was some really good stuff being played tonight.
I'm happy with
Dixon's been watching this is like 5-a-side, some of it.
Yeah, what I liked about Dixon's commentary, like he was saying, you can see this Liverpool side just got gazed. He could still go up here. You know what I mean? He was positively soliloquising about how brilliant we were at one point. It was really, really enjoyable to hear.
Yeah, the little pass and move
What
stuff,
was,
it's looking very good.
what is the what is everyone saying? What might have been a pen? Which one are they
That
talking about?
Miley thing, that wasn't a pen.
They should be played Gary Neville on Sky with Lee Dixon for our matches, so we don't always have to have Gary Neville.
Oh,
Lee
this is
Dixon
what
would be
they're
a much
talking
better
about.
bet.
First half when Salah got brought down. Yeah, I thought that was a pen too. I thought that was a pen.
That wasn't a penalty for me, but I think Salah brought him down, is what they were saying.
No,
fell
he
over.
didn't
But
break.
look, we won again. Look, we won 2-0. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
at all.
I'll let you know, Dara, if they let me do it.
That was definitely He was already He was already taking a tumble, and then when he saw himself taking a tumble, he decided to take Salah out with him.
What did you think
Then-
about Jota coming off after an hour? I was hoping maybe he'd get like 75 minutes. But Slot was thinking an hour was enough for him tonight. You know, it's Slot who knows. But I was hoping he'd get longer.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm happy that we got 2 clean sheets in a row, and Szoboszlai sort of turned up now. I think every game he just looks better. You know, I think today again he played well today again. Yeah, in the City game he was good. This game again didn't stop, and we got 2 clean sheets in a row, bro. We ain't had that in a long time.
Yeah, very true.
Right, perfect timing before not Arsenal sort of dropping, getting 1 point from 6. We took full advantage of it, and that's how you become champions for me. Perfect, top result.
Yeah, fair play on that for sure.
Diaz put another shift in for me.
I thought Diaz
Diaz,
played
man.
exceptionally well today.
I reckon he played top, bro. Didn't stop,
Yeah, he
man.
was
Don't
good,
stop.
wasn't he? He was
Yeah.
good.
He put 2 shifts in a row now.
Yep. Yeah, I think he played exceptionally well, and not only did he play exceptionally well, he opened up a lot of different. He was giving that side of the pitch a lot of problems for them, keeping up with his pace and also keeping up with his ability to move the ball. Definitely so. 3-point collectors. That's what we are, people. 3-point collectors. Any feel good moments for you guys? Was any feel good moments for today's game?
I think McAllister's scoring. No. Both our goals came from midfielders. That's my special moment of the match. No attacker scored. It was 2 midfield guys stepped up, got the goals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a good point, Joe. Yeah, I never thought of it that way. Yeah, 2 midfields was excellent stuff. I think Szoboszlai will continue improving till the end of the season with his performances and his goal tally. It just looks that way, doesn't it? Now, McAllister was good again, yeah.
And Gravenberch, I think Gravenberch played well as well.
Yeah, they all did, didn't they? Like, it was a good game for them. I liked the interview with McAllister after the match. He was saying, we're glad to have a week now.
Yeah, exactly what I said, that he got a couple of days off.
Yeah.
There you go. Worked
Number
out the way we wanted it.
17.
We planned it, you know. Before the game, we're like, get the win, get a clean sheet, and
Yeah.
then have a few days off. Bro, it ran smooth like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah, man. Wicked.
Number 17 for Mohamed Salah today. He got an assist. 3 away from that record that some thought would not be broken, but it is getting closer but closer for it to be another record that our Egyptian king will hold as his own. Well taken assist as well. But yeah, I was happy to see Dom score in what is now his first time scoring in back-to-back games for this team. And not only that, scoring a really, really good goal again. I mean, he has definitely been calm, controlled. Probably could have had 2 goals today, tell you the truth, but calm and controlled with his takes. And it's great to see him get round into form. If we start getting a real, goal scoring threat and he's been taking more opportunities and been allowed to be pushed into a little bit more areas of threatening offensive positioning. So,
and I think also with, like, say when Darwin plays, he covers a lot of space that Szoboszlai might be running into.
mm-hmm.
So, and I think us not playing with the sort of number 9 on the Man City gave Szoboszlai that chance to go into positions where he can do something dangerous. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think today as well with Jota, I think Jota was quiet. hence why Szoboszlai was more prominent in our attack. So I think Szoboszlai sort of found the form right time. We needed someone to step up from our midfield, and it's been him. And I think Ramovich McAllister, like McAllister, he did this tackle today. You should have seen his face. He had this face where he was like against Bruno Guimaraes. He's Brazilian, he's Argentinian. And McAllister was proper like, I'm going for this one, you know what I mean? He was like getting stuck in, bro. The guy don't care, man. That's the type of guy you want in the midfield. He got studded. I don't care what anyone says.
He's the first to hit. He's the first. He's got the all access pass to the ice bath, I'm sure, at the facilities. He's probably got like the fast pass to get into there, because he is definitely someone that takes a licking and keeps on ticking. He's getting beat up for sure, but it's good to see that he's that there was a little bit of him on the ground, but he was able to get back up for the majority of the game. And it was an interesting game. I know that no one's going to really make a big stink about the refereeing, but I actually did think that the referee was allowing for some of the tackles and some of those challenges to kind of like go unpunished, in the sense of like that possibly deserved a yellow card. But we only saw one yellow card in this game, and that was to Murphy. So it is what it is with that. What else were you guys thinking today with what you had to see on the pitch? Were you guys ultimately impressed, or was it a situation where you're like, oh, we still have room to grow?
Both. I was really impressed, and we have still got room to grow. Both of them things at the same time.
Okay.
Very impressed with the performance. As I said, it was very controlled, very efficient. And yes, there's definitely room for improvement, as Lee Dixon so eloquently said several times on the commentary. And you can see that when you're watching us, because, I mean, it's just over 2/3 of the way through Arnie's first season, and it's going this well. So, yeah, we're a serious threat now, aren't we, to keep on doing this for a few seasons. And I think that's what Dixon was trying to get across. Like, this is here to stay for a while.
How about for you, Nolante?
Yeah, I agree with Lee. A bit of both. It's more like some of the games early in the season, we controlled the game. We were never really in threat. And apart from that, Wilson kind of chance, which, yeah, probably onside. Ibu needs to kind of concentrate, but we will control, and yeah, and there's more to come for us. And as much as Newcastle missing some of the main players in the team, they were toothless. But we were in control, and yeah, it was good, man. And I think that's Lucho's best 90 minutes for a while. Got to be honest, man, he was unreal. That was the Lucho for the first 3 months of the season I saw. Without he was unplayable today. And that's what we need. We need everyone. The only thing, and it was nice to see Darwin come on. I know it's 5 minutes, but it's not been said. It's nice for him to get some minutes. I know it's only 5 minutes. Icing in the cake for me. I know I'm a bit of a greedy one. You know, you got the cakes on the. I want a bit more cake. It would be nice to see Kaiser come on, but you know, apart from that, we did our job and we move. Simple as nice professional win and clean sheet. Back to the clean sheet column. We'll take, as Brian says, we'll take that every day of the week.
I think all the
Twice on Sundays.
I think all of the Latte just went off. Excuse me. He'll be back, I'm sure. But what I was going to say is I think all the substitutions were properly dropped in. I mean, you had the substitution for Cody. Coming in for Diego. You had that's just to try to get Cody some real good minutes, get him back into that scoring form that he was in once he left. So he's trying to give him some game time minutes. Kwanzaa, that was really, really big to see Kwanzaa come on. Obviously, we don't have any other real options at the right back position, but for us to get 77 minutes out of Trent, who played well, as Nolantes put it, and got Kwanzaa in to hold it down, who did a decent job today. Actually, it wasn't anything alarming from him or anything like that. We saw an entry of Gravenberg getting subbed out the 77th minute, what was good to see because we definitely need him to have some legs. He's certainly going to we're going to certainly need him for that Paris game. But Endo once again getting a nod from the gaffer, and that was definitely good. I think that's like cool to see because you know he really wasn't making that selection too often or really going to that too much, especially with considerable amount of time left. There was still a good 13, 20 minutes or something, like 13 minutes left, plus all the extra time that was going to be put on for all that stoppage time in the beginning of the game, or beginning of the second half, I should say. And then you had Curtis Jones in for McAllister. It's a good swap. Curtis is in form right now. And it also means it is 87 minute, but still the same. It's an opportunity for McAllister to get his applause and his rightfully due applause. And same with Lucho. Lucho definitely to take a little bow from the crowd was certainly necessary or needed, I think, because those two guys played their butts off today. McAllister and Lucho both played their butts off.
I'm glad he's using Endo more now, like in the games. I wish he'd have used him in the bloody derby. Like maybe we wouldn't have conceded that late goal. But anyways, I'm glad he's using him more. The more games he plays, the better Endo will feel about his title medal. Should we win it? Like, you know what I mean? Because if he's been on the pitch in as many games as he can be, even though it's only been for 15, 20, half an hour, you know what I mean? It'll still be a good memory for him to have been part of it, like, won't it?
Yeah,
so the more games he plays, the better from my point of view until the end.
That's why I want to see a bit more Chiesa. So he can get one as well, you know what I mean?
Right. We're not, I see your message. I'm not going to bring it up, Asian Reds, but I see your message.
Bless Marianne and everyone else in the chat. Yeah.
In case like my nephew's watching or something like that.
They all get them, JK. They all get
Sorry,
them.
let's wait. Let's hold it back. It's
just with JK. It used to be, like minimum. You know what you're talking about. It used to be that you had to play like your minimum number of games or appearances and all that, but they've changed that now. Where like, I think I don't know what they call them, like discretionary or whatever. Like even if a guy only played like 2 games or something, they're not like stopped from officially getting a medal, because that's happened in the past, where it's like, yeah, but he should get a medal, and but I think now, like say a Chiesa or an Endo, they wouldn't be say prohibited from getting a medal like they used to back in the past, because they can just the manager can decide, yeah, you played your part and all that. So I think Endo, even someone like Chiesa, I think they can still win a medal, as it were, even if they only played 20 minutes in the whole league. They kind of changed that thing, where, because that was a bit cruel on some players, because it used to be like way higher, and you get guys to start like 6 games in a league
And not get a medal,
and they'd not get a medal. Yeah, look back in the 80s and 70s, there's guys that played. Yeah, loads of guys that didn't get a medal because they didn't play like.
I think they'll get their medals.
Regardless. They didn't play like 10 or something, like I don't think it was years ago.
No, I mean,
if we end up getting.
It's changed now. It's much lower now, but you get a medal now, in it, like that's.
No, maybe. Sorry, maybe you didn't. Sorry, maybe you didn't hear me at the start. What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter now. That thing is gone, where you have to play a certain amount.
Oh, was it?
They're now given. There's now like a number of medals that you can give to players, so they don't get players that used to get kind of. Oh, well, if you'd only played one more game, you would have got a league medal. Now it's like, want to stop that stuff happening. So anybody that they think is worthy of it, basically, yeah, they will get their medal. You can't miss out. Like that's like we're saying back in the day, there's players that missed out on it just because they played one game too.
Yeah, I remember that stuff. I can't remember specific
Yeah.
cases, but the history's littered with it. Like,
Yeah, basically the whole first team squad will get a medal if they win the game. I mean, but it used to, I can't remember what the exact change was, but that's happened to people back in the past. So they stopped it happening because, well, he played a big part. It was like, well, you have to play one more game now. You don't get a medal. You only get X amount of medals. It was that arbitrary back in the day. So
the
yeah,
last
I think
time I heard what it was
parts.
about 7 that you had to play to get a medal. The last time that there was an actual specific
Yeah,
quota of games you had to have played, it was around the 7 mark. I think, and if you only played 6, you lost out.
basically,
That's
which is
what it
crazy.
was.
You could start 6 league games in a season. Your team wins the league, and you didn't get a medal. It was like, yeah, we need to stop that. That was insane. So,
It's you only have to play in 5 games, but
but you get discretionary ones as well. That's what I'm saying. Just discretionary ones. A manager, I think it's like 3 or whatever, 2, 3. There's like a number. It's like, say Mo Salah started the first 2 games and then got injured and didn't play for the rest of the season. There would be a facility there to give him a medal, basically, as it were.
What's the score of the Champions League nowadays? Like, everyone in the squad got a medal. Everyone who's in the first team squad got a medal, yeah, for the Champions League.
Don't know about the Champions League, to be honest, because there's so many games and rounds, and I don't know really what the.
The big thing was Keane missing out when he was suspended for the final in '99, wasn't it? Like, he never got
He's
to
got the
play.
medal.
Yeah, did he get a medal? Did he? Even though he didn't play in the final.
Yeah, I think he got him. Yeah, he'll have a medal, but he'd be one of those guys who go like, "Well, I didn't play in the final, so I don't want to," kind of thing.
see. SU who is registered gets a medal.
Even Arsenal drop points as well, 12. So good day all round, bro. Good day all round.
Yeah, I couldn't see them win.
This time last week, every Liverpool fan was flapping it, like getting a bit nervous this time. The other, I'm thinking, chill out a little bit, man. And look at that, in a week, it sort of just cemented what for me was going to happen. I think it's not mathematically done yet, but I think this week we just had sort of a lot of stress out. No one's really stressed about it like it was, you know.
It's starting to relieve a little pressure on the kettle, or on the pot, whatever you want to call it. I agree with that.
West Ham.
It was a lot of like unnecessary pressure too, like as in it's the whole thing about about it, like you can't talk positive without it being called toxic positivity in the States. Like if you're trying to just be positive, we're trying to like shush some of the chicken littles basically out there, because there are a lot of chicken littles, and what I mean by chicken littles is the sky is falling. 13 points ahead. You're 11 points ahead, or 13 points ahead in the race. Still, we can lose, man. We can lose it all. It's going to go down, I always say, scared, get a dog, man. Other than that, recognize you're mighty red for a reason. So you just got to believe.
I think the West Ham result was the time the pressure came away. As soon as West Ham went 1-0,
that came
of the stress, bang.
Yeah, agreed.
And then let's beat City. Second, Monday.
Yeah, no problem. I wouldn't say stress. I think concern. I think every fan's got to be right to concerned, because before that West Ham game, we weren't playing well, and we've got the results.
Yeah.
But I'm cautious, man. Listen, I'm level-headed. If we win, cool. But I'm not gonna get carried away. If we lose, I will point out the facts. But but I think the West Ham game again is it's the Premiership, and I keep telling you, this is the Wild Wild West. Anyone can beat anyone, even Southampton, as dead as they've been. Anyone can beat. It's the hardest league in the world, so anything can happen. And this will happen. No one really thought Arsenal were gonna West Ham were gonna beat Arsenal. They did, just like no one thought we're gonna win this league. And you just don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know. You just don't know. That's all.
Well, Nalanta, like I said, for me right now, it's when, not if. A couple of weeks ago, it was still if.
Yeah.
Very much if. Right now, it's just when. And that's the result, the one you were talking about. When people will look back, and for me, it's like, oh, that game won the title, or blah, blah. No, it's the whole league season won the title. But there will be pivotal moments, and us beating City 2-0 and Arsenal getting bet 1-0 at home to West Ham. That was the one.
But
That was
that
for
was the
me.
moment.
That was when it
Yep.
went okay. I mean, if I was an Arsenal fan, I was clinging on to any kind of hope. We can do this, we can do that, even though they weren't. But to get bet 1 at home by West Ham, that to me was just like, okay, yeah, this is our year. This is it. If they can't even do that, I mean, we would have to basically, like I say, just disappear off the face of the earth and have to replace all the guys with kids before anything can come back. This is just about as done as it can be. In what, 26th of February? We should be celebrating that. Nobody has a league wrapped up in February. We've just gone and done that with a brand new manager, no transfers, basically one guy in the door.
Yeah.
We don't
Incredibly-
play really as well.
There weren't that
Incredibly
many
impressive.
people. There weren't that many people thinking that we could get this kind of result. I personally, it wasn't more of like the homer or more of like the one. I would like to think my team can win it. I like to think our team, I should say, can win it every year. Obviously, that's not going to be the case. But I just felt as though last year there was enough there was enough that convinced me that if we could stay healthy, we could make a real push. We had all the core components of what we needed to get over the line, or to contend, or to be considered to be a contender for champions. With Ali, with VVD, with Mo, obviously Trent and Robbo as well, being very important parts of that core components I'm talking about. I always thought that we had components. It's just a matter of, could we stay healthy? And if we could stay healthy, and especially towards the end run of the season, I thought that we would be in contention, especially playing against. That's the reason why I had us pick to win the league, was because it was a case where I thought there would be a little bit of like letdown from City after winning a treble. What are they going to go back to win another treble or something? I didn't think that was going to happen. And I think Arsenal is just a bunch of bottle jobs. And other than that, Manchester United, Spurs, I had Villa actually in my top four, but even Villa is, wavering a little bit with the pressure of holding on to Champions League performances and Premier League performances. It's not easy, but out of all those teams, the one team that's really, other than City, the one team that's really been tested to be able to go through a whole entire season and actually understand the rigors of what it takes was Liverpool. So it's starting to pay off right now. And the way that we've basically maintained and structured our rotation with trying to keep these players fit has been the difference, I think. It's been the real difference. So Beijing Reds, I think Beijing Reds picked Liverpool to win the league too. I don't know when he picked them to win the league, but I know it's pretty early in the season.
Fair play to both of you then.
Yeah.
Bro, I always say Liverpool going to win the league. I
think
change my mind.
maybe even Pops might.
JK picks us to win every game. And
There you go. I said 2-0.
Fair
Check this
play
out,
to
bro. I
Freeman.
said 2-0 weekend
Three
against
of us.
City. I went 2-0. I said 2-0 against City, 2-0 today. So I got 2 in a row.
Yeah,
Everything
see?
do that way. You get me, bro.
Where?
2-0 is the one.
Where?
That was my
They
prediction.
did from the jump. Pops says they predicted them to win the league from the jump preseason.
Yes, man.
All of you? All
I
of you,
did.
Pops? Everything crap?
No, I don't think all
Fair
of
play,
them.
JK.
I know that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm asking the
I
question.
remember hearing Pops say it, and I think
All
Pops
right, well,
and
fair
Barnes.
play to all of you.
Pops and Barnes were saying it.
Who did you say, Nancy?
No, I said we finish in the top 4. I thought we'd be third.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think we'd win it. I thought it would be another consolidation season. I'm honest, because of slot.
Mhm,
So fair play. Yeah.
mhm. It's not easy.
No, but,
It's not easy because I mean, like predictions are the worst.
yeah.
Predictions are the worst. It's one of the reasons why I didn't. I almost.
Can we-
We almost did it. We almost did that whole like prediction thing where you do. We do the predictions of top 4. You're gonna do winner, top 4, who's gonna get relegated, do the whole league type thing. And then I'm just like, man, I don't really want to do that because that's usually like how people will take that prediction and hold it over your head for the entire season. Like I can't.
And they'll also do the opposite as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But if we're going to talk about it, and I don't like talking because predictions are a mug's game. That's what it is. You're just predicting what might happen.
Hmm.
But okay, if we're going to be bigging ourselves up here because we made predictions, I said I predicted us to finish second.
Mm.
And then I gave a lot more context. And I said, but if Manchester City, off the back of a treble, off the back of multiple years of success, and I've spoken about this consistently, I broke down how we could win a league. I didn't just say we'll win a league. I said we can win this league if this, and this happens. And it was all predictable, and it might happen. What would happen with the lack of transfer activity, older players, no churn, the drop off in effect of winning constantly at Man City. I said if they drop off, if they don't replenish, if they don't spend a ton of money, there'll be a league there to be won, and we're the best place to win it. That was my prediction. Second, but if Man City have the drop off that I predicted they would do without spending a ton of money, then we would win the league. That was my prediction. So if we're talking about, in my head, I laid out a path to how we could win it, and that's exactly what's happened. I did the same thing the year we won the league. I went on a show and I said, I guarantee you that by mid-October, we'll be about 10 points clear and nobody will have noticed. I think we were about 12.
Mm.
So if that's what we're talking about, that's what we're talking about. I'm going to bring up my own stuff. I predicted this, I predicted that. I'm going to keep bringing this up. I said it. That's what I said would happen. So if that's what we're going to talk about, who said what would happen, but I laid out a path for how it would happen. Rather than, I think Liverpool's going to win the league. So
I want the proof of that.
Yeah.
It's JK. If you want the proof, I've been saying it for weeks. I've been saying it for months. If you want proof, you haven't been listening to me for last year, because I've said it on all our prediction shows. I said it in the prediction show. I don't lie about shit. This is what I've been saying for about 9 months. I don't bring up, I said this, I said that. But if this is what we're doing, then this is what that was what my genuine prediction was. I said it to you about a week ago on your show. That's how I thought we would win a league. There was a league there to be won if they collapse, if they didn't replenish. John Stone's done. So if everyone's out there tooting their own horn, well, I'm going to toot mine.
Okay.
And so you
I want
should.
to nothing around here, bro.
Hand it over, Manchester. Manchester. I can't even do a Mancunian accent. Ford Fiesta. No,
Just do Liam Gallagher. Just do a Liam Gallagher impression, and you get away with it.
I would rather not.
Sunshine. Just do the sunshine thing. That's a Manchester accent. In the sunshine.
Yeah. I
That's
prefer
how
the
you get
John
there.
Lennon one on the Beatles single Rain. That's where he got it from. The Beatles song Rain. Lennon does that. Shine. But like
Everything is ripped off. Sorry, Lee, you know Noel Gallagher and High Flying Birds? You know the High Flying Birds is a Jefferson Airplane song. Even the name of his band is ripped off from an older band from the 60s. He can't think of anything original.
I went to my mates and he had one of them High Flying Birds albums.
Fuck, I'd leave him. Yeah, no longer one of your mates.
Well, I hadn't seen him in 20 years, mate. So I went to his. What's it like? It's good, but he was never that good with music, Jimmy.
Well, yeah. Might have an actual guest to the show joining us. But before that happens, okay, cool. Make sure I don't take his phone too. Before that happens, it is very interesting to see what is going on with the rest of the league and how it's all panning out. Like I said earlier, it's going to be a little bit more of a fight for the top 5, let's call it, than it is going to be for the top spot. So it's going to be interesting. It is really going to be interesting. 48 points for Forest, 54 points for Arsenal. Arsenal might drop into that little spot below. Who knows? Let me bring in K-Mac as well if he's ready. Okay. Big up.
Big up, everyone.
How are you doing?
It's wild, isn't it? So with the coefficients, there's probably going to be a top 5 this season.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at Chelsea are on 46 points. Anyone down to Crystal Palace in 12th could probably get there.
Still mathematically alive. Yeah.
Mathematically. Well, they're 10 points. They're 10 points off. Like anyone can do that in 10 games, depending on how it goes. Like someone has a split.
It's maths with K-Mac. Who's
crazy? It's crazy.
Okay.
I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, if you even look, I don't know if I would go down as far. I know exactly what you're saying. I was looking
I'm talking about Champions League.
10, no, I know. I get what you're saying. I was going to say though, the top 10 is like packed in, like as in from basically from 3rd to 10, there's only 6 points that separate the two. So it's like 42 points for Villa. Fulham has 42 points, 43 points for Brighton, 43 points for Bournemouth, 44 points for Newcastle, 46 points for Chelsea, 47 points for City, 48 points for Forest.
Wow.
That's pretty. That's
competitive.
That's where the drama is for this year.
Still got 10 games left. And if you look at the teams, just in general, I'm not even talking about Liverpool now. Like Brighton have only lost 6 games. So Brighton have been winning games recently. So they've been getting their act together again.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Brentford that have started picking up points again. You've got Palace that have started picking up points.
Mm-hmm.
Bournemouth have been dropping points.
Mm-hmm.
Fulham have been dropping points. Aston Villa have been dropping points.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody's got any form apart from us, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And PSG.
And
By the way,
PSG.
what do you think about the chances?
I gotta bring that up. I gotta bring that up. See, even Bandit's mad about that one.
Yeah, the PSG one. I didn't like that one.
We've got the most wins in Europe this season as well. 2 more than Real Madrid.
I think our chances are good this season, given the last 2 performances. If we can get past these now and keep on growing, if the team can keep on growing by the time we get to a possible semi-final with either of the Madrid teams, then we've got a good chance. It's just playing Real over 2 legs is never easy.
We gotta get past PSG first, then we'll worry about
PSG will be subsequently.
Real Madrid, bro.
One game.
Let's get past Paris before we start talking about
one game at a time.
Trophies behind K-Mac there, it got me thinking, didn't it?
Yeah, I know. That's what Isaac was looking at today. Tonight after the game, that's what he was looking at. He was getting shown around the trophy room.
Getting shown the trophy room.
In the rain, thinking, I could come in next season, Eddie, let me go.
For real.
Yeah. He had a miserable face on, Isaac.
What's your Irishman gave his top 4? He said Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and Chelsea will make his top 4. What's your top 4, K-Mac?
10 games to go, so
tell us your top 4s in the chat too. Big up Tom. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a little bit, Tom, but hope that you're well.
No, I think Arsenal will finish second because they don't concede many goals. And if you don't, I know they're not going to score many goals, but they don't concede many goals. So I think Arsenal will probably finish second. I think City will finish third. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to write off Chelsea because Chelsea have got a lot of good players still, and they've got a big squad. So the others might fall away because like it's just a grueling season. You know, you can already tell that Forest are starting to.
I'm about to say, it sounds like you're already written off Forest. So
yeah, I mean, and they haven't got experience either. Like, I don't know. I'd probably
Chelsea
say
are only
Liverpool.
2 points off Forest.
I'd say
Chelsea are only
Liverpool,
2 points off
Arsenal, City, Forest,
I get Forest
and potentially Newcastle. If they keep players fit. I don't want Newcastle to get fifth, by the way, because then Isak's release clause doesn't kick in, apparently.
Oh, they make Champions League. He's got a release clause.
Yeah, I think he's got an 82 million pound release clause. There was a Newcastle journalist this week.
Fifth gets Champions League this year as well.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Newcastle might finish.
That's second stone, is it? No.
Fifth gets Champions League. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, fifth in UK, fifth in get Champions League. So
does that mean there's one less Europa League place? Does that?
Yeah.
There's 7 spots. There'll be 7 spots that go to Europe from England. 5 of them will be from going to Champions League. 1 will be going to the Conference League, and 1 will be going to Europa.
Okay.
That's a question, Helio. Honestly, I don't want to get kicked off the channel.
What is it? What is it now? What is it? Be brave. Hyler's trying to set you up, man. Don't let him do it.
I'll tell you what I will say, though. This season, if we were managed by Shankly, it would be Liverpool first and Liverpool reserves second.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe so.
Do you
Maybe
remember
George
that
will
one?
be Shankly's boys. The lost Shankly boy might even get a run in there.
I'm not saying he's a better manager than Jurgen, but he's certainly the right man to succeed him, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's a unique better first season than Jurgen had, but what Jurgen came in to start with, like, was piss poor. What it like, Arnie has acknowledged, the great players he was left in that, but he's done a hell of a job, hasn't he? And people are starting to acknowledge it now. Like, a lot more people are starting to acknowledge it, like in the wider media, just how good a job he's done. And I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, but they keep on calling him Klopp.
He's improved.
They keep on calling him Klopp. Like everybody keeps on calling him Klopp.
Yeah, Robbie Earl did it before. After the match, he went, when Klopp, Arnie.
Even McManaman keeps on doing it. Like
it's too close. It's too close.
I know. It's like he needs a different name, doesn't he?
Seriously,
just to get away from that stigma. What I will say though, what Helios wrote is, I think he's a better coach, and I just think he's a better coach for the way football's played now. Like Jurgen was a great coach for the football that was played 10 years ago.
Okay.
Like, because it was revolutionary. Like gegenpress was something that we've never experienced like that. And elements of gegenpress is still in Slot's game, but tactically, like Manchester, like just watch the Manchester City game for example. Manchester City went into that game playing Foden as a false 9 that was going to play in the pocket, and he was going to bring our defenders out, and he did. The first 15 minutes, Virgil van Dijk came out to him, and Mamouche ran in, and also Canate came out to him because they couldn't. He didn't go to them. He hung around, so they came out and they pressed, and they got behind a couple of times, and you're like, oh, there's opportunities here for Man City, and they're playing well. But then Slot just completely changed the game. Like after the first 15 minutes, he noticed what was going wrong. Like he noticed that his defenders were coming too far out and leaving space behind for Man City to get their wingers in, like Mamouche and Doku, and I can't remember the other guy on the Savinio. And you watched. I'm watching it going, ooh, like they could get in behind us here. It just needs a better pass. And Slot just went, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put McAllister on Foden. And he just brought McAllister further back and put him on Foden. And then Gravenberch had more space in the game. And McAllister kept on coming back and marking Foden. And then Gravenberch was doing it. And they were just rotating. And in the end, Foden couldn't do anything. Like, Foden then tried to go up front because he was getting marked in the middle when he was playing in the pockets. And it's just Slot. Like, Slot just changes things in game all the time.
Do that, like, after he seen what was going on, it didn't take him long to do that, did it? Against City. And as soon as he did, it was noticeable, wasn't it? Like,
yeah. And the difference is, we watched Jurgen just leave it. He'd just leave it over and over again, and we'd be sat there as fans going, "Oh my God, I can see the problems. Like, why is that guy still there? Like, why isn't anyone tracking that? What? We're actually sat there as fans watching it on the TV, and you're like, can you not see this on the pitch? Like, you've got issues on the pitch here." And he wouldn't change it, and that's just the difference in the two people as coaches for me. He just notices things straight away, and he's bold enough to go, "I'm sorting that out." Like, or a player, you know what? You're coming off. Like, straight away. Hasn't left it too late, getting it done quickly and fast. And another point, he listens to his staff. Jurgen didn't listen to anybody. Like, I don't care what anyone says. He didn't listen to anybody. He was his man, and it was his way or the highway. And that's the way he ran his shit.
One thing,
in the end, he gave it to Pep Linders because he was moving to pastures new, and he had the power.
Thing Klopp didn't have until like his final season was 5 subs. I mean, that's a help for Slot in it, because when we only had 3 subs, like with the way Jurgen played, if we'd have had them extra couple of subs, throughout his reign, like, it would have been.
We didn't have enough fit players on the bench, mate.
But, you know what I'm saying anyway. Like, he was made up when we got the 5 subs. He was like one of the chief ones behind it, wasn't it? Saying, look, they've got it
for it, mate.
It is unique. It is a unique situation. This coach has certainly walked into a,
100%.
He's basically been left the keys to, a Rolls Royce or, a Ferrari, I guess, since Jurgen liked his Ferraris, and now it's a case of, I definitely think that both of them, I think both of them are exceptional coaches. I would say that Jurgen's probably more of an exceptional manager than he is more than a coach, in many ways.
That's the point I was going to make.
But
I just wrote it.
But I was also going to say that I'm not really ready to judge this coach on his abilities just yet. Only on the pretense of this. I'll land my point in that once he gets the components that he wants into the team, once he has all the players and the likes that he wants to say, these are the players I want to go to battle with. These are the players that are my guys, that are the ones I've chosen to be a part of this, or the ones that have adapted and adjusted to my way of playing, and I'm comfortable with them being here still. That's when I'm going to really hold him to bear as to what it is and how we can look at it. Because look, a lot of these players that we're working with right now, they've all gone through Champions Leagues, finals, and they've gone through long seasons where you're battling some of the, if not one of the best teams in the world for a title. It's not like they haven't been tried and measured, but there is going to be a time when he fully has. It's like the same thing that happened with Jurgen when he took over this team in 2015. He took over the team, didn't touch a piece of Rodgers' team. One entire season, went to a Europa final, got to a cup final, Didn't win either, but got to a cup final and got to a Europa final. That was an accomplishment in itself. But now you had a bar to set, and he was going to make the necessary adjustments to get over that. And that's why I'm looking to see what happens with this team, because a lot of what I think Jurgen left behind was already ready to get across the line.
So just
JK,
to
sorry,
I'm
JK,
not gonna do,
Tony,
I'm not,
JK, go.
yeah, sorry, go on, JK.
Sorry, JK, you were about to chime in there earlier on. I think if you're.
Oh no, just saying that Jurgen Klopp. You were saying that he only stopped talks to his team, and I think Klopp was his own man, but I think he did listen to that guy Bugac, and then he listened to Pep
The
Linders a
brain.
bit too much. Too much for me. I think for me, a manager should be his own man. Not take too much information from other guys, do his own thing, but get a few hints from the guys working behind the scenes for me. But for me, I like a manager who's the boss. He's got to be the boss. You can't have too much guys shouting at him from left, right, centre, you know. Football's like that now. Back in the days, it was like the manager, and that's about it. Nowadays, you see the number twos becoming more famous than the manager sometimes.
Nowadays,
You know what I mean?
real quick, JK. Now I'll let you finish. I was going to say nowadays you
Set
see
piece coaches.
yeah, exactly. You say set piece coaches to get more airtime sometimes than the actual coach. But go ahead.
True, bro. Yeah, the Arsenal guy, he's more famous. He's pretty famous now.
Yeah,
but that's football.
Well, he's more famous than Arteta.
Yeah,
he probably get the
He's
job.
the one which is running the team right now.
The
Well,
coach.
I'd just go with what's happening.
Coach has a mural. Tell me the last time you ever heard of a set piece coach having a mural.
That's just an Arsenal.
Oh no, that's weird. No, that's
just a weird Arsenal thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's weird.
Time.
That's just weird. Yeah,
that's
weird.
weird.
They're put a statue of a Lego man up.
Whoever did that needs to be under observation or on a tag or something. But no, look, I think like I agree with like what K-Mac's saying. Like Slot right now is Slot when is Klopp when he came in. Like there's a reason Klopp has gone off to work in the back office. You know, he's not at the forefront of football. Like he's not there making those, you know, those middle game tweaks and tactical changes and all this, like looking at the screen and all that shit. That was never Klopp. Like you were saying, Klopp is a manager. To me, Klopp's not a coach, he's a manager. He starts off as a coach, but he becomes almost a motivational speaker at some point. You know, just a guy that anybody can walk into a room and give it the big one, but you ain't listening to me. Steven Gerrard isn't listening to me. Suarez isn't listening to me. Coutinho, Sturridge, these boys, they're not listening to me, but they fucking listen to Jurgen Klopp because the energy, the passion, just the man himself. They're very rare people. And he took what he was amazing at, was brilliant at, was completely unique at, which was being Jurgen fucking Klopp. And he just ran that thing all the way. Now, he said it himself. This guy said it himself in interviews. This isn't me putting him down. I'm not a tactics guy. I'm not that guy that does this and that. I understand the game. He said, don't get me wrong. I'm not an idiot. I understand the game, but I'm not that guy. For me, it's about this. It's about that. And so he has the people that worked with him. That's brilliant. Slot is much more of a coach. Yes, it's a coach. Slot's that guy that would have worked with Klopp. But now we're in the era of the super coach, not the manager, where clubs don't want managers where here's the keys to the building. I'll check back with you in a year. No, everything's micromanaged. We put everything in place for you. But I think the one point that I wanted to bring up here is, and it's a bit of a slap on the wrist for Hylor. And I understand this is the internet and this is YouTube, and we all want to have debates and we all want to have a talk about it. But we do not need to be in a world where we go, who's better, Klopp or Slot? Fuck that,
exactly.
man.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
So,
You can't
We
compare
had
them.
Klopp, and now we've got Slot. This
Slot to
who's
Klopp.
better. That's
Slot to Slot.
create a
Paisley.
divide and argue about it.
Manager, wasn't he?
We do
Hang
not
on,
need to
Brian.
be in a world where it's like, who's better, Paisley or Shankly? Fuck it, man. They're both legends.
Yeah,
We just
appreciate
need to
them.
be here and go, wow,
Klopp's
what a coach
legends.
we had then and what a coach we have now.
Yeah.
That's
Klopp
all
won
it is.
Klopp won a South
Klopp,
best league in 30 years. Like that's never ever going to be. Like,
No.
It's never ever going to be outdone. That it's phenomenal. Like we were underachievers for so long. Like under Rafa and Rodgers and God knows who else. Like almost
Really.
the almost men, the nearly men. Like I hated it. I hated coming second, third, fourth, and fifth.
Spice Boys. Mm.
Hated it. For Jurgen to get us that one is incredible. But for Slot to get us this one is just incredible as well. Like it really is. Because Man City dropped off and everyone thought this is Arsenal's. Everyone thought this was Arsenal's.
Yeah.
And we blew them away.
Mm.
Blown them away.
This week's been important.
It's
Getting a guard of honour at Anfield is going to be hilarious because we got a guard of honour
very, very
at the Emirates the last time we won it from them.
Yeah, they're the second last game of the season, I think.
Can I also just mention something that nearly happened tonight, and it'll probably happen. It'll probably happen again, but it nearly happened tonight. If Mo Salah would have scored tonight, he would have overtook Messi's record of the most goals and assists in a single season at 11.
He's going to do it.
With an assist.
Yeah. So was it for
Isn't that just unbelievable?
Is it under like a certain number of games, or is that just in one season?
In one season, Messi got 11 in one season.
So I hope he able to still do it. Yeah.
He's still got loads of time to do it, but yeah.
I think Messi's best ever season was something like 50 odd in goals.
60.
No. I mean a goal and assist in a game.
Goal and an assist, he means. Yeah.
Oh, in games.
In
a game. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. But yeah.
Oh no, he hasn't. He's not going to touch Messi's. I think Messi had over like 68 goals and assists.
91 in 1 year. Yeah, 91 goals in 1 year.
He's never touching that.
But in 11 games, but we did that record. Then what was the one? This is watching Liverpool commentaries. Like, so what record did they break today?
So
it was the 18.
It's more than two goals.
Plus, yeah, the 2 goals plus in 18. That's what I was saying. Every year, every time you watch it. Oh, so we record are you going to bring up today? And today it was 18 consecutive games at home where we scored at least 2 goals.
So the record for the most ever is Sunderland in 1935. Who got 19 games with more than 2 goals. So we've only got one more game to go.
Our next home game is Southampton, I believe.
Exactly. You think that's going to get broke?
I hope he gets a hat trick. That'd be great. Get him a hat trick. I'd like to see him.
No, I mean, all it needs is for the team to score more than 2, or at least 2, and that's another record gone.
Right, because what's the scoring record currently? With what's Holland's scoring record? It's not 36.
36. Yeah, 36. Yeah.
All
he has 35.
All up, it's 54. I think 51. All up.
But that's like all competitions. I meant just for the Prem.
Yeah, 36 in the league is a record.
Yeah.
In the Premier League.
You don't need to worry about
Premier
that.
League season.
Yeah,
forget about that.
It'd be nice to see.
Mo's going to break Andy Cole's and Alan Shearer's, which is 47.
Yeah,
he's going to break that, and they had 40. They had 42 games.
Yeah, at the time, Premier League was 42 at the time.
I think he's going to break Haaland's goal assist
36.
record.
Yeah, I mean,
the goal.
He needs a couple of obviously
not goals, but goals and assists. Not goals. Yeah. He won't break the goals. That's
it's gonna be tough.
I'm not bothered about that. It's just what is going to be funny is when the Arsenal fans go in meltdown when he breaks Henry's goals and assist record. That I'm going to be loving that because they really get agitated when his name's mentioned to Thierry Henry. So once he does that, they're going to be in meltdown, and it's going to be funny.
Isn't there Troy Deeney an Arsenal fan? And that's probably where his spike came from. Saying I wasn't world class. I think Troy Deeney's an Arsenal fan, isn't he?
Yeah, he already beat scoring. He already beat the goal tally that he had for that year because he had 24. He has 24 and 20. I think it was his numbers. 24 goals, 20 assists that year that he had. So he's already beaten.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
17, is
18.
it? Or 16? 16 assists?
17
17.
assists. Yeah.
My
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
God.
4 more assists, and there'll be a meltdown. There'll be a meltdown at
I'll
our
tell you,
AFTV.
I've got to be honest though, like 2 of those passes that Mo played deserved goals outside of the
Yeah,
foot passes
yeah.
to the back posts.
Yeah.
They just,
Wow.
it would have been nice to see him. It was great. They were great passes. That was tough. That was tough to get on
the
the
way would have
behind
been
him.
nice, wouldn't
Just
it?
get a guy on there to slide it into an open net. Like,
Yeah. You slide in,
Future
he's
was
sliding
unlucky.
right in. He might be a soprano after he hits that goal post.
Yeah.
That was where you have to beat
it's not shade on Diaz, but it's not saying it's just he slightly better contact, and we're talking about one of the best goals we've seen all year. It's not saying he messed it up.
my
It's just
God.
like
Did you the passing move to get it to where it was as well was
3
unreal.
passes or 2 passes.
Yeah,
And we did it a few
unreal.
times tonight. We're just so good in transition when we want to be. I love how we've kept that, because I think again Dixon was going this left back. I mean, he's just had to deal with Salah and Trent all night. Not just like the best right winger in the world, but the best passer on the planet.
I can
Supplying
see
balls.
why we're linked with him, He's a good player.
Lewis Hall.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
You can see why we're
Yeah,
linked
you
with
have a
him.
lot of work to do tonight, man.
Yeah.
Is he
And
from
then
their
Diaz
academy? Is he?
turning into the
Chelsea's.
Oh, Chelsea.
Yeah, he's one of Jurgen's. Jurgen loved Chelsea's academy. We were always linked with Chelsea academy players. Like Jurgen loved them.
No. Mm.
Is
yeah.
Cole? It's a quick question. Is Cole Palmer overrated?
No.
Okay.
I think he's a
You
phenomenal player.
No, just go real quick through the panel. No from K-Mac.
No
from an Irishman. Let's go Nolante, then Lee, then JK.
The jury's still out. I need more seasons. I'm not going to be gassed over the 1 year season thing. I'm not going to get gassed. We'll see. Yeah, and then I can assess. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right.
2 seasons.
Yeah.
He was really good last year as well.
He was. Okay. Lee?
No, I think he's a good player. Yeah, I think he's excellent. Don't think he's overrated. Old King Cole was a merry old soul.
I mean, he's been put up as he's one of the best players in the league. So you're thinking he's one of the best players in the league?
No, not one of the best players in the league, but he could be, and he will be if he keeps on going. Or if Chelsea can be a good side again, and not the rest of the side goes around him, then he'll get better quickly. He's got the goods.
The fantastic season.
Chelsea swims or drowns if he doesn't play well. Basically,
I think he's top 10.
You think he's top 10? Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just asking.
Probably, yeah. That's the first assessment.
Top 10. Top 10 in the league.
Towards the back of it.
I'm not making a judgment
or
in the sense of saying you're right or wrong. I haven't even thought about the top 10, but top 10. Okay. How about for you?
Top?
Put it this way. Put it this way. If Cole Palmer played for Man City or Arsenal,
he should be playing for Man City, but
they'd be in a different position now.
I don't know. I mean, you say that, but there's a reason why City let him go, isn't there? I mean,
Foden.
Yeah.
Not that.
He wanted to keep Foden.
45 million pound pure profit.
Yeah,
profit. I'll play both of them together.
Guardiola came out and said I didn't want to sell the guy, but
yes, Foden and all that shit. But I'm not massively keen on Foden. He's one that I think is overrated a bit. Foden. If we're going to talk about overrated, I think Foden's overrated a bit.
You see, Foden's good when he's good. No, Foden when he's good, he's good. He won Player of the Year last season, but when he's bad, he's bad. So again, for me, Saka's better than both of them. Saka's a baller. Saka's better than both of them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I've seen Saka at treble, and he's got the fight, he's got the hunger, and he still pulls it out of the back for Arsenal. So mate, everyone goes about Palmer and Foden. Saka's better than both of them. But
to me,
my opinion,
Palmer's overrated for me. Never liked him. He
two
down.
Two rightfully rated. One needs more data. No, actually 3 that say that he's rightfully rated. One needs more data, and one is overrated. Okay, got you.
What do you mean in the big games?
No, question, is he overrated?
No. What do you mean in the big games? He don't show
Yeah.
up, bro. He don't never show up in the big games. And I watched a few games where he's played in the big games, bro. He don't do
True.
nothing.
Good point.
I think he's
What about you?
overrated big time.
And put him
12.
put him to bed.
What about you? What about you? What do you think? You don't rate him, do you?
I don't think that he's as great of a star as everyone puts him at. I wouldn't have put him in the top 10, my top 10.
Oh, fair enough. I can understand.
I think he's a talented player,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
it's just
he's
right
alright.
now, I just know that was something that I saw like being,
He's a very good player. So
pushed around a
I
little
think
bit.
there's only I think there's only
if someone
two
says he's
players
a
that
world
have
class
got more GA than him.
Wait, hold
No,
on,
sorry.
wait.
Just if someone says he's the best player, if someone says he's top 3 in the world, then I say, oh yeah, I think you're overrating him. But I just think he's a very, very good player.
Very good.
So
I think he's a very good player.
if people are saying he's a very good player, then they're not
But they're
overrating him.
saying
If
he's
someone
like
says,
he's like an elite player.
no, I'm not
Is he,
saying.
like, top level elite. I mean,
No, the question.
Mac
No,
got to the
sorry.
top
The
10.
question. No, the question was, is he overrated? I don't think he is overrated. I think he's good. But if someone comes out and says, oh, he's better than Pedri, or he's top 10, I go, okay, now you might be overrating him a little bit. But I still think he's just a top quality player. Yeah, I just,
Okay.
yeah, he's
I
not
think he's
like
overrated.
I just
I
think
also-
he is often when people
elite.
I'll let K-Mac go, but I was gonna say real quick. Often when people refer to him, they refer to him as like just K-Mac did, like in the top 10. They refer to him as he's a superstar.
Oh,
Like
Termizi,
he's the best player, quote unquote, on Chelsea, and he's one of the best
oh,
players in
definitely
the
the
league.
best player at Chelsea, I'd say.
Yeah, he's the best player. At
Yeah.
Probably the best
Oh
player
yeah,
at
yeah,
Chelsea.
100%,
That's not saying a lot.
100%.
Him and
They
Yeah.
don't have that
him
many
and, him
great
and
players.
Caicedo are miles ahead of everyone
Yeah.
else. I mean,
Probably not
Malo's
saying a
pretty
lot.
good, to be fair, as well.
Mhm.
But
Neto's
Termizi,
good.
haven't
Neto,
seen you in
he's-
ages, Termizi. Big
Look,
up,
the
man.
thing
Haven't
about-
seen you in a long time, man.
wish we
Big
brought
up, man.
Neto.
Termizi.
Look,
Right, yeah.
the thing-
Everyone,
the thing-
one at a time, one at a time.
The thing
Go ahead.
about Palmer, I think there's only two players that are ahead of him for GA in the last calendar year. That's probably
Mhm.
Mo Salah and potentially Haaland, but I'm not 100% sure.
Mhm.
But his numbers are insane. His numbers are insane.
Takes penalties.
He also gets played.
He does.
He also gets played in a position which I don't think is his best position. I think being on the right wing is his best
Mhm.
position,
Mhm.
if I'm completely honest. And he's being played in this false nine midfield type of position because they haven't got anyone else that can seem to score any goals for them. And you look, at the end of the day, he's been stuck in a team which hasn't really got a rudder, if we're honest.
Mhm.
They go to the
Mhm.
wings and then nothing happens from the wings. So then they cut back inside and it's all on Cole Palmer to win the game. And that's normally how it works. So he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders and he seems to
I
deliver.
think if he was in a better
a lot.
performing league team, that has helped
Exactly.
him grow. So, if Chelsea can get their shit together, which I don't care whether they do or not, actually, I find it richly comical if they didn't, although I do like
Yeah.
him as a player in that way. I wouldn't cry if Chelsea continue to struggle. But what I'm saying is, if they were a bit better, you'd see better from him, wouldn't you? They've been struggling a bit the last couple of seasons.
If he was in an Arsenal team, we'll just put him on the opposite side of Saka, him and Saka just balling it, or even put
For
him in
me,
a
if you had
Saka
a choice
midfield role.
tomorrow, if you had a choice tomorrow to have
Loads of
Neto,
goals.
if you had a choice tomorrow to have Neto or Palmer, who you taking? I'm taking Neto. I think you
I'm
missed
taking
the
Palmer
trick
all
there.
day long.
Neto for me. Neto eats Palmer for breakfast. Oh, Neto, what a player.
That would
What
play
a
the other
player.
wing, mate.
That's always never
I wish we brought him.
I just carried on here. Chelsea.
I mean,
Mm.
yeah,
Both
just
of them
asking
are.
a simple question. Simple question. Simple question. I was just asking. Hey, some could argue Cujo's better than Palmer.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't say that.
Who's Cucho?
I like Cujo.
Who's
Get
Cucho?
everyone riled up.
Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones is Cujo.
Curtis Jones.
Oh, okay. No, he's not better than Palmer.
C-U-J-O, put them together, Cujo.
He's not better than Palmer.
He's not better than Palmer, no. All right.
Big up, Mizzy.
I'd rate
Big
Curtis
up.
Jones as well, but he's not better than Palmer.
All right.
Technically,
maybe
he's not better.
Okay, I got you. Maybe our new number 8 could argue for the case, maybe for himself. All the same. all the same.
Yeah, because Sabot's got more energy than Palmer. Palmer sort of slows the game down for me. He's slow. He ain't really.
I just wondering. No, quick.
I mean,
Jake, go ahead, finish your say.
It's a
No,
fair
you're
point,
saying,
they are
bro,
different
like
players.
when you look at Neto, watch Neto play and watch Palmer. Neto's easier to watch. Palmer just, for me, he ain't fluent enough, like fluid. He ain't really sort of smooth with it. He's very bricky when he moves. Where Neto's very like wingerish.
Neto's a bad boy. Neto needs to be. Neto's just injured all the time.
He did well the other night.
Neto is a
is
really
Neto
bad boy.
overrated?
Yeah, he's been poor.
Is
He's been
Neto
poor now.
overrated?
I don't think I wouldn't say Neto's overrated.
Nah.
I mean, Neto's just unfortunate with his injuries.
He's just
Neto
crossing it
was-
to no one.
Neto was-
He's just crossing the ball to no one. There's no one in the box for Chelsea. So what's the point in having flying wingers?
Oh, that's
No
a
one in the box to
miss.
cross to.
Yeah, true.
I wouldn't put Palmer over Neto, but I wouldn't put him in the same position. Both can play in the same team, like they do.
They play
You
different
could play
wings.
Jones in an
They
8.
different wingers.
Yeah, you could play Jones in an 8. You could play Palmer in a 10, false 9, whatever you want to call it, and you could play Neto on either side. Probably left
Neto-
side, in the kind of the
Well-
Diaz type of role, and you could get all three in the same team. I don't think they have to stand on each other's toes.
Chelsea played
Because-
Southampton the other day, got a 4-0, and Neto got a goal and assist. Palmer got nothing. No goal, no
Yeah,
assist.
Palmer's Palmer's in bad
Palmer.
form. He's in the 10. He's playing in the 10. Neto's playing up front.
He can't play in the
Yeah.
10.
But I mean,
Hey,
Is
JK.
it? No, man, no, you can. No,
JK.
man.
It's Neto up front, really? Are they
Yeah,
actually playing Neto
because-
up front?
Because Jackson's injured, and
right.
Nkunku, they don't trust him up front. I mean, he's more a 10, but they put him on the left hand side.
He scored the other day, bro.
What's happened to him, man? He was insane
goal.
in the Bundesliga. He goes to fucking
Chelsea
Chelsea,
player.
gets an
Oh,
injury. I
Nkunku?
know, but
yeah.
He
Yeah,
got a
it's
goal
his-
and assist the other day, bro.
yeah, he was
Yeah,
trying to get out.
yeah.
Like 6 months later, he was talking about going to Bayern. I know he got a big injury, but like he was like, I think he got like 20 goals and 21 assists or something in the season
Right, how
before he
many-
left Germany.
20 something, was it?
How many players that
Crazy
have fallen
numbers.
in Germany go to Chelsea and flop? How many?
All of them.
Just all of them.
All
like,
of them.
honestly,
Never like
all of
it's
Nkunku.
like a
No, no.
graveyard.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah,
They
all
kill
of them.
players.
Yeah.
True. That's
They
a
kill
good point.
14
strikers, they kill young players,
He's got
unless
14
you're a
goals in
John
27
Terry or a
games
Drogba.
this season, Palmer, and Chelsea haven't been great. Like
I'll say this
14
for-
goals
for-
in 27 games.
I'll say this for in Cujo's defense, the sheer fact that Curtis Jones can play the 6, he can play the 8, he can play the 10, he can even play on the wing.
He can play the flute.
He can possibly play the flute. But
JK,
So
can you remember Netto supermarkets from the 90s?
Mm-hmm. They're
Just
still in Germany.
like-
They're still in Germany, bro. They're still in
Yeah,
Germany.
yeah, I thought they were foreign because it was like years before, like we've got Aldi and Lidl now, but it was like that type of thing. Like, so
Yeah.
we've got them still in Germany, yeah.
Yeah, got a couple where I live in that. And net means nice.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
I remember it well.
He's
He's
got
got the
40
mice.
goals.
Alex,
He's got
okay.
40 goals in 75 games for Chelsea. Palmer. And he's 22.
talented player.
He's not even a striker. Like let's just get that straight. Like he's not
No,
even a
I do
striker.
rate him. I think he's a talented. Talented
Like this is the thing that everybody misses. He's not a forward, and he's
No,
also
he's
not really like Salah either. He doesn't play in a Salah
No,
position either.
How about this?
Nothing else.
How about this then? I have a better question for you. That's more on target with what we just witnessed.
He's more of an Odegaard.
This is something that I'm sure is going to split
Yeah.
some of
How
the
many goals has
channel.
Odegaard got?
It might split some of the chat as well. This question is: today we saw 2 left wingers play this game, Lucho and Gordon. Now, my question is: are people having still that no buyer's
I knew you were
remorse
gonna
or whatever,
say.
like that? Are they
Not
still
me.
like
Not
pining?
me. I didn't want him.
You don't want him or did want him?
I never wanted him.
Oh, okay.
Never wanted him.
So that's a no. I thought Lucho had a better game of the two. To be honest with you,
Of course.
it was not a good.
Gordon wasn't
Gordon
involved
was
at all.
non-existent
Mhm.
today. This was
Non-existent. He
his
scores
opportunity
Liverpool,
to
that's why.
be able to do his audition. He got to fail on his audition if that's
Nah,
Gordon.
he did it on
Right.
purpose, bro. He don't wanna destroy
Yeah.
our title hopes.
Oh, it's too many of his cousins said. Too many of his cousins were like,
Exactly.
JK
JK
with
back on it.
conspiracy, man. Seriously?
Yeah, he still wants that smooth. He's just doing everything he can. It's all
Everything's
walk on,
moving,
walk on.
it's moving
That
in the
is
background.
brilliant.
Everything's moving in the background.
Yeah,
It's not about
He's
what you
in
see
the-
in front of you. It's what's moving in the background.
I got you.
Decisions are made.
Oh, okay, all right. Anyone else want to step up and say if you thought Gordon's still your guy, or did Lucho show something today?
I don't know. Was there anybody out there that said Gordon was their guy that is saying they can?
There were people that
still
were
use
out there
their
that
guy?
wanted Gordon. Absolutely. There
Who
are people
do? I like him.
I don't know, but you're saying
Yeah.
still, but to us in the panel,
There are
I mean,
people
you're
that
saying
do not rate. Like there are some content
I know
creators
there's
that do
people.
not rate Lucho at all,
Yeah.
and they thought
I know you don't
Yeah.
need
thought
that, man.
that
I know.
Gordon was a
They're
step
not.
up from Lucho. Like as in they wanted to
Gordon
step
a
away
step
from
up
Lucho,
from
and they
Lucho.
thought that bringing in Gordon would be a
I
upgrade.
know, yeah.
on the position.
But you're saying, like, is there anyone still? When you say is Gordon still your guy? Are you addressing that to me? Because he was never
No, I'm
my
just
guy.
saying, if he's your guy, then
whoever.
speak up. Yeah.
So,
Brian's
No,
like, nah,
there's
don't be
been-
just to
there's
me.
other people on the panel. You know?
so if there's anyone out there
K-Mac
that he
already
was
told
your
us that he's
guy,
not his guy. Gordon is not his
yeah,
guy.
you just said, yeah, we all. I don't know. Gordon was never on my list, so
Yeah.
Some
He's
people had
never
him on their list. I'm just asking.
I
He's
know,
never-
I know they did, yeah. But
We're on
I
brief
mean,
for
they're
that
not
one as
here.
well.
I had to
It
tell
looks
you.
like the chat is clear.
He's never
There's no
scored.
one's-
He's never scored over 10 goals in any season. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
No, he's
how-
not a Liverpool player. He's not good enough for Liverpool like Lee Gordon. The idea of buying him is immeasurably bad.
Lee's never liked him. Lee's never liked Gordon.
No.
like before
Yeah,
he went
Lee
to
thinks
Newcastle, I think he got more. I think he got booked more than scored for diving. Like,
Do you remember that one time he tried it on with Virgil at Anfield, and Virgil just looked at him like as if, you know what I mean? Just looked at him contemptuously, like it was really funny, but it was a pathetic dive. Or was it Lovren? It was either Virgil or Lovren, but it was a terrible one.
Yeah. I was just asking
Big
questions. 'cause I know
Bruce.
that
I'm gonna say something. I think I'd rather have Gordon than Palmer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Holy
Big time.
difference.
You really don't
I
like
think he-
Palmer, do you?
Wait.
JK,
I
you really
already said
you
I'm
really
not
don't
a
like
Palmer.
Palmer.
In the same way Lee don't like Gordon, I don't like Palmer.
I got you.
You'd rather have Anne
Sorry.
Boardman.
Nah,
Anne
what they've
Anne
done
Boardman
is,
look alike. Who needs an haircut? You'd rather have him.
Well, quickly, since we have the crew here together, our next game after this is going to be PSG, right? We travel to Paris. Predictions on that game? Too soon to pick type predictions. We'll say that. These aren't. You can always adjust these predictions if you like to whenever you go live or whatever.
We'll be
You know,
changing it every day.
We get closer to it. But for right now, how you feeling about the PSG game?
2-2.
We can go K-Mac, then
2-2.
Brian. 2-2.
2-2. Yeah, draw.
Too many
Goal
Desmond.
scoring draw.
Too many
Goal
Desmond.
scoring draw.
Too many Desmond sermons. Desmond 2-2. All right,
Everything 2-2, man. Get up here then.
all right. Brian.
Oh yeah, going to PSG. The way they're in form, I would absolutely take a draw. A score. I think it will be
I
like
know.
K-Mac says, a scoring kind of draw. 2-2, 3-3-1, whatever it might be. But we'll take them
Yes.
home and then we'll beat them at Anfield.
3-3,
just think
2-2.
that game-
Desmond's cousin.
No, I'm not doing scores like you said. We're taking back, so I'm not doing.
Yeah,
the-
goal
the-
scoring
I
draw
just-
for
All
me.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I just think
Then,
it'll be the kind of game where, if you want to, I mean, I just mean it'll be. They have a lot of good players. It'll be a bit of an open game. They'll come at us, a couple of goals each, but we'll take them back to Anfield and then we'll beat them. You know, it'll be a 4-2 on Ag or something like that. You know, that kind of thing. But that game in isolation, yeah, scoring draw.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Alante, you got a too soon prediction?
It's just very hard to say in it. Like I said, they're killing it at the moment. Like Dembele, Kanishvia, and Doué and Barcola, they're killing it right now. They're running right. So we defensively have to be in game. Listen, even if we lost 2-1, I wouldn't be too fast. At Anfield, I think we could overpower them. So as
Mm-hmm.
long as we're one goal within, even if we lose the game, I'm at Anfield, European nights. I'm not worried.
Okay. I have one follow-up question too, not necessarily pertaining to this team, but so get ready. I have one more question after this. Lee, how about for you?
I'll go for a 1-1.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'll go for a 1-1. Like Christian Ball shows me that.
They won
Just like
7-0 tonight, by the
That's
way.
right,
I
on
know.
the
Okay. Oh man, 1-1, 2-2. All right, 3-3. All right. JK,
I
what's
feel
your
like this, bro.
what do you think's
If,
gonna
if
happen?
if we go with the same sort of tactics we did against City, where we
Yeah.
sort of crowded the
We will.
midfield with Jones coming in, we can
We
get a
will do
result
that.
there. I think we
let's
will do
see,
that.
Let's do Jake.
Two
let's
clean
see,
sheets,
Yeah, we
we'll
do
two
see.
clean
like
sheets in a row.
I think we'll go with the
Um,
2-10s, the 2-10
Yeah,
scenario.
2-10s,
Well,
2-10s.
let's
We
see.
definitely will.
You guys, we'll see. It's not guaranteed. We'll see.
we'll get a
No, no,
1-0
no. I
there.
think JK, you're right, and that's what I'm saying. This is his. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now. K-Mac, you'll know what I mean by this. I think this Jones thing is Arne Slot's version of Alex Ferguson playing Park Ji-sung in away games in the 90s when they used to play 4-4-2 every game.
Mhm.
Then they go away in a big game. They go 4-5-1, take off a striker and bring on Park Ji-sung and do workhorse shit. I think this Jones thing is our version of going away to a big team, take out an attacker, put in an extra midfielder. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we do that again. It might not be Jones, but the way of doing it will be the same. You know,
I
and if
think
we
we
can
can.
go there,
Quick
this will
follow-up.
be
Quick
from
follow-up.
just quick. No, and can I just quickly finish on that?
Mhm.
If we go to Paris and do what we did against City and do
Mhm.
what we did tonight and go and execute a game plan, which we
Mhm.
will have in a controlled
Yeah.
way,
Mhm.
I'll just be like, this guy, give him manager to just give him whatever he wants. Because if he can go away to a team that's just like scoring goals for fun, they've got
Mhm.
nothing else to play for. They're just scoring as many goals as they can.
Oh,
Fuck it.
they have something to play for, brother. They have
No, I
something.
mean, other than the Champions League, I mean,
No,
they
no.
don't get any
You
kudos
might
for
not know
winning.
this or not. You might not have heard this, but the owners of PSG have offered the players a 1.5 million bonus if they
Of
beat
Oh
them.
course.
yeah, the money is always there. Yeah, yeah. But I just this is their thing now. They're just going to go out and try and just score as many goals as possible. So if we can go there and
That
stop a team that is just hell bent on, like, they don't care if they win League On
5
or not.
million euros is a lot of money. That's a
No,
lot of money.
no, I'm not saying okay. But sorry, but my general kind of wider point is what I'm saying
Yeah,
is they win Liga every year. They
yeah,
may be
yeah.
financially rewarded for it, but nobody goes, "Wow, you won Liga." What they want to do is win. So they're all out for this. Go and do that. I mean, it's okay to get paid money for stuff, right? But
Mhm.
they're just going to freewheel this, try and outscore us. So what I'm saying is, if we can go to a team that's in that kind of mindset right now
Mhm.
and put a chokehold on that away
Mhm.
in Paris, is
Mhm.
another level of control.
Mm.
Because that's the kind of team we're coming up against. Yeah, let's go and win this, boys. I'm on a million quid a goal now tonight in the Champions League. A new
Well,
Rolex and
quick,
a Rolls Royce from the owner. So
quick
that'll
I
be
wouldn't
follow
be
up.
at
another
the
Oh
level
yeah,
of
Manchester
that's a
control.
Guys,
Bugatti. That's a
like,
Bugatti and
Yeah, but it's
change.
not. But I'm just saying, it's to take that from City away, Newcastle at home, PSG to just be able. This is how we're going to play, and we're going to execute that plan. Is
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
very
yeah.
impressive right now.
Right. I'm not taking anything away from it. Oh, that's a simple question. And I was just gonna say too, quick question, quick follow up. You only got a couple more, like 5 10 minutes. Quick follow up. This was kind of a loosely put prelim to our final against them. Obviously, Isak wasn't a part of it. Isak is hoping to get back pretty soon, but there's no guarantee on his return. I don't know if you can caveat it with you have a different result in your mind if he plays or if he doesn't play. But do you see us being able to basically, because they are pretty much handled today. I don't think Newcastle's really much at all. Do you think that this is what we're going to face? This is the kind of level we're going to face in that final, and that we should have this much of ease in possibly getting across?
No, there'd be a different proposition in the final, I think, if he's back. And there's a large part of me that wants him to play because it'll add to it, to have him to play against, and that we'll have to overcome playing against them.
I know exactly. I know. It's funny.
If he doesn't play,
funny.
I won't cry or nothing. Like, but you know where I'm coming from for the spectacle of the final and that, like, and it's against Newcastle, Wembley, and all that.
Spectacle the final from the
I want
stands,
Bruno Guimaraes injured as well. I don't want him playing either.
Yeah, you mean bastards, you mean-spirited bastards, you area.
Oh, okay.
Nah, man. I'd rather have Callum Wilson playing.
Yeah, JK, real quick. Do
Exactly.
you think it's going to be a
With a
difference?
bust head.
What did you say?
I reckon.
With a bust face.
Yeah.
Of Virgil's headbutt.
Oh, I know. Yeah, there was a lot of. There was definitely a lot of Daniel Day-Lewis in the beginning of this.
That ref was dreadful. Stuart Atwell is just a dreadful.
I thought so too. I thought he was bad. I thought he was bad.
He's a pleb, isn't he? Well,
He's an absolute tool.
Not enough that it was. Luckily, this game didn't have enough of those kinds of decisions that it impacted the game massively. But I thought he was poor. But
Look, for me, bro, it all depends on Isaac's injury. If he's in or out. But for me, when it's a final, you know, you're going to be up for it. I think
it's a different game. It's a different. There'll be a mistake. They were missing Botman and Joe Linton. It's going to be a different game and a harder game. Believe me, he ain't going to be like this.
I think, and Alexander, to answer your question, I hope it is actually. I hope the
it's on a neutral ground. Well, don't forget, we're not at home like in the final.
He won't start.
You don't?
He won't start.
No?
Ali will start.
I think he deserves it.
Slots taking no prisoners.
Oh, yeah.
Slots taking no prisoners. Like,
you put him in.
He don't give a shit about making friends. He don't give a shit about making friends. He's playing a team that's going to win the game. Like,
yeah.
I'll tell you what. Can we also give Trent some flowers? He was fucking brilliant tonight.
Yeah. Demonte was giving flowers. Demonte's been very
such a good job defensively. Like, he really did.
Do you think he was offside when he nearly got that touch to Mo's cross?
I know.
Was he offside? That was he when he nearly got that? Was
he was onside.
You mean the header?
Yeah.
Onside. He knows Conor Bradley's not on the side waiting to come on in the 60th minute. He's going to play the 90. Bang, he sets his mindset. Bang. Same as in Newcastle. He knew he was going to get the 90 today. Bang. So, you know, when you feel
that's almost like that's close to
that's a lot of injuries. He's had injuries.
That's close to Diego's like type of numbers.
He had a really bad injury, didn't he, two seasons ago?
Mm-hmm.
He played pretty much most games last season and pretty much most games this season.
This season as well, yeah.
Yeah, so
first time he's been injured for a while.
He's not injury prone. He's just had a bad injury.
Yeah,
but it will be something we look at like extensively before we try and sign him. Like,
so what's his injury? Why he was out for tonight's game? Yesterday's game.
Thigh injury.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But apparently, I don't know whether it's true, by the way. But apparently, he asked to go to this game, and he's been caught chatting with Slot.
Oh,
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Apparently,
he wants to come.
He wants to come.
Yeah,
the both Virgos, man,
and that's why I said we just need to go and show him this trophy cabinet upstairs.
Both Virgos. What the fuck does that mean, JK? What
it is, bro? They don't fuck around, bro.
Yeah,
they don't fuck around. We want to get the job done. Simple.
All right. Yeah. Well, you got a little sneak peek at some of the answers for what we should expect for PSG. We'll always have a preview for that game, but I just wanted to, since we were kind of feeling it, and it's going to be a little while before we get back into.
Well, you didn't ask me if we're going to if you think we're going to dust Newcastle. You didn't ask me.
Oh, what is? My bad. It was Newcastle.
Yeah, we're going to dust.
I thought you answered.
Yeah.
All right. What was Newcastle? What's your answer for
If you're
Newcastle?
left out.
Probably like 2 or 3-0 in the cup final.
Oh wow, just
Just push it
done and-
aside.
done and dusted by halftime, 2-0.
Serial winners. Serial winners. Yeah.
Serial
See you
winners.
later. It's us done.
Yeah. All right. 2-3-0. He's calling for this final. How about for you, Brian?
Cup finals are the worst, man. Every year it just gets like quicker and quicker, sooner and sooner when teams go into let's
It
not
seems
lose
like
this mode.
Yeah. It seems like it sneaks
After
up on you
10
really quick.
minutes. Can you imagine an Eddie Howe team in a cup final? Oh
No, what I can imagine. I don't know.
Jesus!
How long is Joe Linton out for? How long is Joe Linton?
He'll be making the substitution after 5 minutes to run
He'll
the
be
clock
back.
down, you know. Oh,
He'll be back this weekend, I believe, but he'll be back for the cup final 100%.
course.
yeah, he was on the
will be
bench
back.
there tonight, wasn't he?
The only
I'm sure I
thing
saw
that
him
worries
sitting on
me,
the bench.
the only thing that worries me about the cup final is the officials. That's the only thing that
Oh,
worries
yeah.
me is the officiating. That's all, because Joe Linton's going to be kicking all our players up in the air,
Exactly why I'm asking when he's coming
and
back.
he needs to get yellow
cool.
carded early for doing it.
Yeah, they're going to
Just
be
set-
some.
Gravenberch in last year's final. That
Yeah,
was fairly
absolutely.
early on.
McAllister on.
Shado put him out of action, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Bit of a-
Shado.
McAllister on Joe Linton watching. He'll make sure he did it tonight.
I say Shado wasn't
Did
even
you
booked.
see the stud marks McAllister got?
Yeah.
He made sure
Put up
everybody
his
saw.
shorts to show.
He made
Yeah.
sure everybody saw. It's like, man, he followed through. He went for the ball. He followed through. He got caught in attack. Come on,
Yeah, no,
get
he
up.
did.
Let's go.
It's a red card.
He made sure. And even Diaz was like, Bruno went up to him and went like, this is what happened. Diaz is like, basic game. Yeah, game like, cool, man. Slapped it. Gave him kind of a low 5. And he's like, yeah, I get it, man. I get it. You know, but Mac was, no, look, I said it before tonight, Mac versus Bruno. It's going to kick off. And I want to see it.
Oh,
But
they've
guess
got
who won?
previous.
That's
Mac.
Rocky
Mac had
versus
it.
Drago, though.
Yeah, it's Argentina versus Brazil. Two of the, two of the most like these guys like to
How
get
many
into it.
times do we see Instagram photos of McAllister's injuries?
Yeah. I know.
don't
We're going to see another one, aren't we? Was
Yeah.
it black eye and a bush cheek for the last one?
You know,
Yep.
One's going to
Like
be
that.
a stud marks in the thigh.
we
Yeah,
said
it's
it
almost-
K-Mac, we were talking about it last week. What would he be if he wasn't a footballer? And I just said the guy's a stunt man. When he just wants to be in danger. It's like when he's not in action, he's in traction.
He's,
This guy just
remember the
can't.
Fall
He
Guy?
just lives for
yeah,
getting kicked and kicking people.
he's the fall
Every
guy.
game, every single game, McAllister
he's
is
the fall guy.
smacked out or laid out, or he's on the ground, crumpled up. He cannot stay away from it, man. I love him. I love him for it. And then tonight, when you see Ibu going, this is the man, this is the man. That goal, he created everything about that goal.
Yeah, he started on the
That
outside.
was a bit of nous. McAllister, he created everything about him and Don, man. That's brilliant to see them, the two of them scoring in very kind of controlled kind of circumstances. But Mac, oh
They're
man,
monsters. They're
If we
monsters,
don't-
the pair of them. Monsters.
he reminds me of K-Mac. You remember Steve McMahon? McAllister reminds me of Steve McMahon, like just someone who he would rather actually tackle somebody than pass a ball. Almost, that's how much he loves the whole thing. You can't have more than 3 of them, but one of them wins you a league.
You need those kinds of players. You definitely do. Definitely.
Have you seen like I know I'm going off piste a bit, but have you seen some of the stuff that Dominic Szoboszlai can do on the ball?
Yeah.
Have
He
you
had a
seen
couple
his tricks and flicks
yeah,
and his back kicks and his back heels and
Yeah.
like just give that guy confidence and tell him, look, you are good enough. You can go and play your game. Don't worry about the rest. You can go and play your game, and he's going to get you 10 goals, 10 assists, and
It's a lovely finish, wasn't it?
single-handedly
Really
drag
tidy
you through
finish.
games. Like everyone looks at that shot and thinks oh, that was just like a miss hit. He passed that through two players' legs
Oh yeah,
into the goal.
He nutmegged 2 players and then
He
got
nutmegged 2 players into the net because that's
right.
what
And it wasn't like a
Duncan did.
deflection type
No.
thing or something like that. No, that
He
was
put it there.
pure shot.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was lovely, wasn't it? His goal was in the City game as well. That was a lucky finish too.
It was.
I mean, the one that
back.
was past the post, you could have had 2.
Yeah.
Special
Yeah, the
player,
second
man.
one he should have had too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's in form. He's definitely said it today that he likes the he's like the commentator asked him about this is the first time you scored in back-to-back games. He's like, look, I've only been here for 2 seasons, and and the most important thing about my game is whether we get wins, not whether I score or not, basically he's saying. And I'm like, that's someone that's willing to put his game in check to make sure that his whole team, gets across the line. That's quality player. That's a team player. And that's
the Man City game, he ended up on the floor.
Yeah.
After the match. He couldn't move.
Yeah.
When he was getting interviewed, he couldn't breathe.
Well, I bet he was probably trying to
talk properly.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
What a player.
And I mean, and he I don't think he didn't get subbed in this game either, did he?
No, he didn't.
I don't think he did. Nope. So I mean, he played a full 90 today after putting in a full 90 before that. Guy puts in shifts.
I didn't think he was going to play today.
Our midfield's looking mean at the moment. The three of them together is looking the business at the moment, isn't it? And that's encouraging because the defence is looking really good too. And I don't need to say how good our forwards are. This is all really encouraging, isn't it, for Paris? Big game.
I think it's encouraging. I think it's encouraging if we can score from whether it's from our front line, whether it's from our midfield, whether it's from set pieces, hopefully, even from our back line. I think it's great. And I think also what I will say, this is the last point I was going to make up, is that I think McAllister on corners is a definite revelation. I don't want to see Dom took a corner at the end of the game. Let's just stick with Mac right now. Because that corner.
I loved that.
To be honest, I don't think he could kick the ball, mate. He was knackered.
He probably was knackered. Yeah, he probably just puffing and popping, being like, "Oh, I'm just gonna put this wherever I can."
Simicast took a terrible one tonight. Bloody hell.
Simicast.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
I don't know why and how their game. Simicast.
Talk about him.
Robbo's, even Trent's corners have all fallen off, partially, but it is what it is. Before we go, K-Mac, you have anything coming up that you want to plug or you want to say?
No, I'm good. I've got enough. I'm not going to do the show.
All right. I had a double think about it. All right. Brian, anything you want to say to people?
Yeah, I have a huge show lined up in about 2 hours with K-Mac. I'm not sure if he realizes, but yeah.
Yeah. He didn't want to reveal it, but he didn't want to.
It's a 24-hour stream. Did you forget about the 24-hour stream? No.
We're the new CNN of English football. There you go.
Yeah. No,
I'm on Dom's show tomorrow, actually. Dommy-san. I'm on his show tomorrow.
Okay.
11 o'clock.
Well, yeah, less said about him, the better. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not that popular around these parts, Anyway, no, listen, I just say thanks to everybody for being here. Came out, Alante, J Mac, JK, Lee. It's the usual panel. It's always good.
Yeah.
All the people are in the chat. We've had a good number afterwards. There's other places you can be, but a lot of you have chosen to be here, which is always very encouraging. So thank you very much. We always appreciate it, and we will see you again. Yeah, usually in less than 24 hours. There's always another show. There's always another game. There's always another show. So see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you later, guys. See you later, man.
See ya. JK,
Hey, man.
do you want to say peace?
He's Paris next week, bro.
Okay.
Okay,
Lee, short and sweet. That was short and sweet.
Yeah, just cheers to everyone. Yeah, thanks for your contributions and that. And it's another glorious night for the Reds, with one to come in a week's time, hopefully. See you later.
Big up, big up. It is a celebrate. It is a celebration for sure. Definitely, definitely. Oh, Bayesian Reds are going to have a review show, so be sure to if you're looking for a place to go, definitely hop on over. I'm sure I'll probably try to make myself present in their chat as well. And Alante,
1 a.m. UK. 1 a.m. UK. If you're listening in the UK, Bayesian Reds TV, 1 a.m. starting half an hour. Their match day review. I'm assuming is what it is. So hop on over there.
Mm-hmm. We were going to get a shout out by Nolante, but I think his internet just dropped or his feed just dropped to the channel. Just give him a second, see if he wants to. Sometimes he'll log right back in. But yeah, if you want Bayesian Reds TV, you can hear Pops and you can hear Barnes, you can hear the Streets, and possibly even Pablo's number one soldier, Mr.
Dominic
Chris Angel.
Sabozlai fan club. The Dominic
You
Sabozlai fan club.
you can chime in with
usually over there.
the Dominic Sabozlai, the Dominic Sabozlites, I think they're called, or something like that. Sabozlites.
Oh, they're huge fans. They're huge fans over there. Oh, Big Dom.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. Well, it doesn't look like Monte's coming back, but all the same, I'll say goodbye for him as well. Big up to the chat. Big up to those that are watching this in the replay. Big up to those that joined us from the very beginning, are still rocking with us now. And big up to those also that, at least showed some love, stopped by, said what's good, gave a little high five to the brethren, and then kept it moving. All the same, it's all love, and it is all top of the league to each and every one of our Reds out there. So, just keep the head up and understand that it's good being the king, isn't it? It's good being the king. So let's
13's a good number. 13's a good number. Nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it. So until tomorrow, big up, stay safe, and as always, up the Reds, people, up the Reds. We'll talk to you soon.